There are 7 signs your hidden self is running your love life without permission. Most adults exhibit at least 4. By the end of this video, you will know which ones describe you, and once seen, they cannot be unseen again. The Jungians had a name for what you were doing inside every relationship. They called it projection. It is the quiet act of placing your unclaimed inner world onto the face of someone you love. You think you are seeing them. You are mostly seeing yourself, the parts you have buried, the parts you refuse to name. Carl Jung once wrote that everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Love is where this becomes visible. Because the people you love stand closest to your inner mirror, and the mirror does not lie. Today you will meet 7 patterns that show you are projecting your hidden self onto love. Stay with me until the end. The 7th one is the pattern almost no one catches in time, and it is the one that decides whether you grow or repeat. Sign number 1. You keep falling for the same person in different bodies. The names change, the faces change, the wound does not. You meet someone new and within months you feel that ancient familiar ache return. The same neglect, the same hot conflict. This is not random. The unconscious sends you to partners who carry the exact qualities you have not yet faced in yourself. Jung called this compulsive repetition. Modern psychology calls it pattern. Your psyche calls it homework. If 3 relationships end with the same complaint, you are not unlucky. You are being shown something. The partner is the messenger. The message lives inside you. Until the inner pattern is recognized, the outer pattern repeats. The face changes. The lesson does not. Sign number 2. You feel powerful emotions about someone you barely know. You meet them, and within days they fill your thoughts. You imagine futures. You ache when they are silent. This is not love. This is what Jung called projection of the inner image. You are not in love with the person standing in front of you. You are in love with the part of yourself you have placed on top of them. Often, it is your unlived life, the boldness, the softness, the wildness you have not allowed in yourself. You meet a stranger who seems to embody it, and suddenly, your soul lights up at the recognition. But the light is yours. They are only the screen. When the projection fades, and it always does, you wake up next to someone you do not actually know. Sign number 3. Their flaws enrage you far beyond what is reasonable. A small habit becomes a daily wound. A simple word becomes a betrayal. You know your reaction is too large. You cannot stop it anyway. This is the surest sign of shadow projection. The trait that enrages you in them lives somewhere in you. Maybe you despise their selfishness because you were never allowed to be selfish. Maybe their messiness mirrors the chaos you suppress. Jung said what we cannot accept in ourselves, we attack in others. Love provides the closest target. Stay with me here. This next part will explain something you have never been able to articulate. The intensity of your reaction is the exact measurement of how much that trait still lives unclaimed inside you. The bigger the rage, the deeper the projection. Calm partners would not trigger you. Mirrors do. Sign number 4. You silently believe your partner is supposed to complete you. You hope they will make you feel whole. You wait for them to fill the empty room inside. When they fail to do this, and they always fail, you feel betrayed. You decide they are not the one. But no human being can fill another human being. That is not the job of love. What you are actually doing is projecting your wholeness outward. You have given them a job that belongs to your own psyche. Jung called this the search for the self through another. It is the great trap of romantic life. The completion you are looking for in them is the integration you owe yourself. Until you do that inner work, every partner will eventually disappoint you. Not because they fail, because you ask them to be your missing half rather than your equal. Picture this. You walk into a relationship hoping to finally feel at home. Years pass. The home was supposed to be inside you all along. Sign number 5. You attract partners who awaken parts of you that you do not let yourself express. The artist falls for the executive. The quiet one falls for the loud one. The cautious one falls for the wild one. This is the Anima and Animus at work. The inner masculine, the inner feminine. You are not just attracted to them. You are attracted to what they are allowed to be, that you are not. Jung said we project our unlived life onto our partners. They carry our forbidden self for us. This can feel magical at first. It always turns painful eventually. Because slowly you begin to resent them for being what you will not let yourself become. You envy what you cannot own. comment one word below if this one landed. Just type recognition, then come back. The next sign is the one most adults live inside without knowing. The freedom you crave is not their freedom. It is yours, projected outward, waiting to be reclaimed. Sign number 6. You feel like a different person depending on who you are dating. With one partner, you are confident. With another, you are anxious. With another, you disappear entirely. You blame the relationship. You blame the partner. But notice the pattern. You were wearing different masks for different mirrors. Jung called this the persona shifting around the partner. A healthy psyche stays recognizable across contexts. A projecting psyche shapeshifts to match the projection it is receiving. If you cannot find yourself inside your relationship, you are not in a relationship. You are in a hall of mirrors. The real you has not been allowed into the room. The personas have been doing all the loving. This is why some people feel exhausted in love and cannot say why. They have been performing roles, not being seen. Carl Jung wrote that the privilege of a lifetime is becoming who you really are. That privilege does not pause when you fall in love. Sign number 7. You secretly believe the right person will heal your childhood wounds. You do not say this out loud. You may not even think it consciously, but your nervous system believes it. You are looking for the parent you did not have, the safety you did not receive, the love that was conditional. Every new partner is unconsciously auditioned for this role. Every disappointment is unconsciously interpreted as another abandonment. This is the deepest projection of all. You are placing a child's unmet needs onto an adult relationship. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Romantic fate, most of all. No partner can rewrite your childhood. No partner can become the parent. The wound belongs to you to tend. This is the 7th sign almost no one catches in time, because catching it requires admitting that the longing is older than the love. When you see this clearly, something shifts. You stop searching for a healer. You begin becoming one. Now look at all 7 signs together. Same person in different bodies. Strong emotions over strangers. Disproportionate rage. The need to be completed. Attraction to your unlived life. Shape-shifting personas. Childhood needs disguised as adult desire. Notice the thread. In every sign, the partner is not the issue. The unclaimed inner world is the issue. Love did not break. Love revealed. That is what intimate relationships do when you let them. They show you the parts of yourself you are not yet met. The face across from you is also a mirror. So, here is the practice for tonight. Take a sheet of paper. Write the name of your current or most recent partner. Beneath it, list 3 things that frustrate you about them most. Beside each one, write one honest sentence. How does this same trait live inside me, even quietly? Sit with the answers without defending yourself. This is the beginning of withdrawing projection. This is the start of seeing them and seeing yourself for the first time. You are not broken for projecting. Every human does this. The work is not to stop loving. The work is to stop using love as a hiding place. To meet your partner as a person, not as a mirror you demand answers from. Your shadow is not your enemy in love. It is your messenger. It carries the gold you have been searching for in another person. The work is to listen, to reclaim, to love from a self that is finally home. If this reached something inside you, comment below which of the 7 signs described you most. Subscribe to the Archetype code so the next decoding finds you. And remember, the person across from you is not your missing half. They are your fellow traveler. The wholeness you are searching for has been inside you the entire time. Love is just the room where you finally meet it.